Hello, everybody. It's been a minute, and I'm sure some of you have been wondering where I have been all this while. So I thought it would be good for me to come on here and give a quick update about my silence so that you can have some context of what's been going on behind the scene. As some of you may or may not know, I was actually in a graduate program and was working towards a PhD in geology. And so this PhD journey is one that has been actually very long, filled with a lot of challenges. And that's a story hopefully for another day. Anyways, and this semester I was planning on graduating, and so it became really difficult time-wise, managing writing a dissertation and keeping up with a lot of other things. And so in essence, every other thing fell along the way, and the dissertation took priority because I needed to get that out of the way. Thankfully, I successfully defended that, and I'm now graduated. So yay! But this graduate school experience, especially completing this degree, is something that I have learned a lot about myself. And hopefully in an upcoming episode or a series of episodes, I'll be able to share some of the things that I have learned in the program and some of the realizations that I came to. Some of them were really, really difficult, and they were very hard to swallow. But we're going to discuss all of that on here someday. What I can say for now is that education changes life. And I am a living testament of that. And I will talk about this in detail. But for today, as I give this update, I just have 3 quick points I want to make. 3 quick points I want to leave you with before our next episode. The first one is that what I realized going through this program was that help came from some of the most unexpected places and people. The people that I thought had my back ended up actually not really having my back. And honestly, it was from strangers that I found favor. It was in the face of strangers and people I hardly knew that really came to my rescue. Secondly, one other thing I realized is that as a minority, as a black man studying in America, it's no easy task. It was a very excruciating, in some instances, a process. It was one that was at some point really emotionally draining, and it was one that was filled with challenges from the most unexpected places. For example, I had some professors who told me to my face that I don't deserve to be in the program, and that I will in essence amount to no good. And so it was best for me to just drop out, go somewhere else, do something else. So that was very difficult to hear. And again, that happened so many times that the big conclusion just became that this was just all racism. And well, there's more to talk about that in the future. So when I walked across stage, they called my name for graduation. I walked across stage and all of that stuff. That was a really emotional moment for me, because really in that moment, it's like I defied a lot of odds, even for people who are entrusted to be educators, who failed in their duties as educators. So more on racism in academia in an upcoming episode. And finally, the last point that I want to talk about, this relates to the first point somewhat, when I mentioned that, the folks that I thought had my back did not. But I also realized that I am where I am because of the prayers and the sacrifice of a lot of the people that came before me. It's sometimes said that I am where I am today because I stood on the shoulders of giants, those that came before me. And to me, these giants were really not folks, in academia per se. And, I had a great advisor. I had really the best advisor that a student could actually ever wish to have. But to me, these were really some of the people that were closest to me. This was my grandmother, someone who actually was never educated, had no formal education, but earnestly prayed for me to excel in my pursuit for higher education. Earnestly did all she could to see that I could actually succeed. And it was my parents who, to this day, I don't think I would be here or I would have achieved what I have achieved today if or were it not for their sacrifice. They sacrificed everything. I mean, literally everything for me to get to where I am today. And for them, I will be forever grateful. I'll be forever grateful. Yes, my parents are educated, but not as educated as they would have loved to due to their own, due to financial difficulties that they face. But knowing the value of education, they literally gave up everything for me to be able to realize my own dream. And like I mentioned earlier, the journey is one that is not easy, but I encourage everyone else who is probably in pursuit of a higher education or maybe a graduate degree or graduate program, just to stay the course and always remember why you are doing it. Always remember your why. And if you can remember your why, it will be very easy for you to be able to face some of the challenges and a lot of the roadblocks that come your way. For now, I'm going to leave it at that, and I would just want to tell you that I have plenty of things planned this summer actually for the podcast, and I am very excited about them. I think it is exciting. I'm just going to leave it at that, and hopefully we are all going to connect again more often. I encourage you to continue to send in your emails, hello@africacarrefour.com. Connect with me on social media and let me know what you think of the podcast. But until next time, see you at the Carrefour.